Utah raptor prime is an incredibly aggressive subspecies of Utah raptor found on the island. It tends to travel in small hunting packs, attacking smaller prey with its sharp teeth and enlarged forepaws. When hunting in packs, the pack leader can vocalize a signal that acts as a battle cry. Be prepared to run or fight if you hear the call of the Utah raptor. The pack will repeat the calls and attack with much greater intensity. One of the faster creatures on the island, Utah raptor often uses their pack numbers to their advantage by swarming around them from afar. It's hard to believe that Quetzalcoatlus is one of the largest avians on the island. It shares a similar silhouette with the pteranodon and nests near the absolute highest peaks. Upon closer inspection, though, Quetzalcoatlus is an enormous creature of tremendous power. I find it strange that such a large, imposing beast would be so skittish. Unlike other creatures of its size, it is more likely to flee than fight. I suppose the decision to flee from any trouble keeps the species alive on an island with so many dangerous predators. But then, how does it eat enough to sustain its massive size? Tamed Quetzalcoatlus have a very specific role on the island. Too slow to be an efficient local transport and too weak to be an effective warbird. The tribes I have encountered tend to employ it as a means of carrier. Quetzalcoatlus is primarily used by these masters of the skies to safely carry vast quantities of supplies, creatures, and human cargo from one base to another without tiring. Onychonycterus specuncola is one of the few omnivores I've seen on the island. They seem to live primarily off the mushrooms and moss within the caves, but they attack almost any non-insect on sight. They avoid Titanoboa whenever possible, which leads me to believe the snake to be a natural predator of Onychonycterus. While flying in the dark caves would be difficult for any creature, Onychonycterus' ability to use echolocation has allowed it to adapt perfectly. It can be found idly flying around the caves, as often as it can be found hanging from bits of the cave ceilings. Not large enough to be used as mounts, and not strong enough to carry much, Onychonycterus still functions well as a guard animal, whether protecting a vacant home or members of a tribe. Their relatively vicious nature has its uses. I'm not entirely sure how Therizinosaurus multiensis stays populated on the island. It is surprisingly slow for its size and is a solitary predator, so no pack to back it up. I suppose the fact that its sheer power rivals Tyrannosaurus is the only thing that allows this very aggressive, medium-sized predator to thrive. The claws of Therizinosaurus are some of the most versatile biological tools I've encountered. As adept at removing trees and foliage from Therizinosaurus' path as they are at piercing the thick shells and hide of the island's most defensive creatures if backed into a fight. A tamed Therizinosaurus is one of the most versatile members of the can have. It can be trained to use its claws brutally or allowing the rider to regularly harvest with enhanced efficiency the specific kinds of resources that he or she needs. And in combat, these same claws can pierce straight through the toughest armor. This flexibility more than makes up for its inability to carry the large loads of the island's many